Picture for a moment that you are in hell. Doesn't matter what got you here, just focus on the present. Now, you're confronted by the devil himself. He tells you that you may participate in a warrior's challenge. If you can prove yourself in battle, you may just have a chance at salvation. And so, you participate in this challenge. You take the devil's dagger, and you wield its power against the oncoming legion. Eventually, however, you succumb to their ruthless numbers. The next thing you see before you is a table with your name on it, next to a decimal number, along with several other names with numbers. As your eyes scan the list, you realize the higher the name's number, the higher up they are on the list. This can only be a leaderboard. Finally, you're given one more option. Try again. Devil Daggers is a 2016 first-person shooter game developed and published by Sorath. The objective of the game is simple: survive for as long as you can. The only score is the amount of seconds you last. Standing in your way is a never-ending swarm of eldritch demons out for your soul. The swarm itself is not randomized. It follows pretty much the same pattern every attempt. This is a string of hope in an otherwise very challenging game. Whenever you die, you're shown a leaderboard displaying your best time, in relation to both your friends and the entire world. Graphically, it looks like something straight out of the 90s, and I'll be damned if it ain't as difficult as most games from that era too. Once the game gets going, to stand still for even a fraction of a second is to welcome death. Now, when people learn about this game for the first time, they may think, oh, that sounds kinda like Doom, right? No. Because listen, buddy, and believe me right now because I'm a diehard Doom fan myself, this game, this fucking nightmare, makes Doom look like a kindergarten play date. At the time of writing this script, my longest time has been 160.8714 seconds, which is about after the first centipede appears. Let me tell you, it's exhilarating. The adrenaline rush of being constantly swarmed, and triumphant. That feeling you get when you land a new high score, let alone hit that point consistently. I'll get out of the way right now that this is an A+ game for me. Top-notch, solid recommendation for action arcade fans out here. If you really put your mind to it, Devil Daggers is kind of an arcade game. It's endless and challenging even after learning its patterns, and furthermore, it has that formula to be addicting as all hell. Time and time again, I find myself coming back to this game just to see if I can get a new high score, if I can finally top that one friend just above me, rise higher on the devil's leaderboard. That euphoric desire to be on top, to be the best of the best, to be known worldwide as the elite. Just one more try, one more coin. This time it's gonna be different. No, please. This time it's gonna be different. Devil Daggers does not have any actual story. At least, that's what it may seem like on the surface. I would like to argue the contrary, however, so allow me to explain. The story of Devil Daggers is told within its gameplay loop, that constant cycle of play, death, and restart. I think the YouTuber Aaron Signal described it best in his video on the game, which I highly recommend watching.
A lot of this game's story is told through mechanics. Take gems. They grant you power, i.e. weapon upgrades, and insight. The world lights up more with each gem you get. But as you collect them, you lose your humanity and even your grasp on reality, or arguably in typical Lovecraftian style, your sanity. This is shown visually with your hand slowly transforming into pulsing energy that kinda hurts to look at.
Indeed, a Lovecraftian tale of the corruption of power. The more gems you acquire, the larger your field of perception increases, both literally and figuratively, respectively in the sense of growing more powerful and learning the game's intricacies. Going back out of character for a moment, if you look at other videos of the game, from world record show-offs to reviews, you might notice a common trend.
"300 seconds. Not quite my best time, but still pretty good. When you complete a run, you can check the scoreboard to see how you compare.
but the looping attempts just chain up so quickly and the leaderboard teases you with tiny fragments of time, and the nastiness and the perfection starts to get into your mind, and suddenly you look at the person just above you and you think, hey, lobby boy. Fuck you, lobby boy, your score is getting beaten, I can survive. And then bang, you do it. 4 precious seconds, lobby boy is gone, and a new challenger appears. A brand new nemesis called Tommy Charge.
The leaderboard, the primary driving factor behind the repeating cycle, whether it be itself or merely your best time. Whenever someone talks about Devil Daggers, it is the endpoint of the discussion in some form. The mere concept of the leaderboard is representative of the desire to be on top, the want to surpass all others, and the carnal need to be the best of the best. The larger gameplay loop of Devil Daggers is the old cycle of going to an arcade machine and pumping coins into it for the chance to make the top of the leaderboard, except thematically taken to its hellish extreme. Little Timmy's got some homework waiting at home for him, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to go to a local arcade and become the talk of the class. That lust to grab at that conceptual fame, that salvation, begins to twist us into something inhuman till eventually we become slaves to the game, little playthings for hell to laugh at. Time flies by where minutes turn into hours and hours turn into days. In truth, there is no salvation. For once you pick up the Devil Dagger, you're doomed to an endless cycle of agony. Even if you make the top of the leaderboard, someone else will eventually top you anyway. And then it's back to the game. It's funny, really, when you think of theories of gamification. You just slap a leaderboard on something and instantly it becomes a game. Perhaps the devil thought it would be entertaining to slap one onto this little arena of his. Yeah, right. Just one more time. Just one more time. At least, that is what I think Devil Dagger's invisible story is. A tragedy of damnation. A sadistic ritual to please a demigod. The tale of one, perhaps millions, of men's deterioration into power-hungry monsters more terrifying than the demons themselves. By all means, it's a great game, and the horrific tale I just told is nothing more than fiction. Just don't get too into it, alright? Thank you for watching. If you're at all interested in the game, it is available on Steam and GOG for a mere $5 US. I would also recommend watching these following videos on the game. Clue provides a short introduction to the game's mechanics. Aaron Signal's analysis of the game goes into greater detail about the invisible story and Lovecraftian themes. And Cole Ghosts tells a chilling recount from the point of view of the player character. Remember to subscribe here for a mix of game and fiction analysis videos and some other fun little shenanigans. I also have a Twitter where I ramble about meager little things, post drawings, and some shit posting. Yep. Finally, I occasionally stream on Twitch. Keyword occasionally. I'm busy with college and personal projects right now, so the last time I streamed was about a couple months ago, but yeah, I'm going to do some more of that coming up here real soon. Again, thank you all for watching. See y'all next time, and have a great day.